Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 10, The Phantom Apprentice. This is part 2 of the finale of The Clone Wars, and I'm stressed. You know, we are in Episode 3 right now, it's happening, and I can't distract myself from the inevitable for much longer. At all, if any longer. I mean, at this rate, is Ahsoka... When I say things like, is Ahsoka ever going to see Anakin again? At this rate, she may see him again, but it won't be Anakin. And who knows about Obi-Wan? I mean, we know Obi-Wan survives a good 20 odd years after this, so maybe they'll run into each other. I don't know. I'm stressed. A reminder that you can find all of the Clone Wars on my Patreon, unedited and also edited, if you're watching this on YouTube. And the Rebels will have probably started as well, and let's go. Let's continue the end. Falling back right now would not be a shameful thing to do. Or maybe Kenobi's not obsessed with you like you are. Oh. Fucking hell. It is. Imminently. He's letting a lot of his hands show, but it shows how confident they are. God, there's no hiding from the endgame. So I love that we're following Ahsoka during this time and not the events we've already seen.
He mentioned a name, Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious is the Sith Lord who orchestrated the Clone Wars and played both sides of it from the beginning.
Yep.
I first learned the name from
Frickin' Chancellor.
Why?
Fuck.
Because Count Dooku is dead. Anakin killed him while rescuing the Chancellor. With Dooku gone, we've lost a vital link to understanding the mystery of Darth Sidious.
Shocking that.
May I speak to Ahsoka
Fuck.
for a moment?
He was relatively okay, but I suppose he got some other news, didn't he?
The Chancellor has been a great friend and mentor to Anakin.
I
I can't imagine he is happy about this.
Of all the people, the one he's targeted the most.
It's best that you do speak with him. That's why I'm asking for your help.
I just...
Sorry to interrupt, but there's been an attack.
You had best go.
Please talk to Anakin. Change the future.
Tell Anakin.
I will.
He knew what she was gonna say. Fuck. And it's like these series of events, as a person living through them, you could feel that this is a major shift in the war. It's not just war day 2015. How have you Mandalorians fallen like this?
What plan? What are you talking about?
Man, we got this close to figuring out.
See to it that the Prime Minister does not become an asset to our enemies.
Fuck, yeah. Why do you work with the bad guy? Because here's Maul being like, I was cast aside. Hey, go execute that ally of ours, please. Shock. Their security is terrible. I mean, he should have shot him in the head. Your hold on this city is extremely tenuous right now.
The dark side has never been stronger.
My lord, what does it mean?
It means you're working for a madman?
If you die, I promise you, it will be on the field of battle.
Oh great, I'd rather old age.
Die.
All citizens move to the shelter location.
Please go to a shelter. You can't treat us this way. Cool, return to your home and die. But I get it. It does feel like an invasion.
Once we capture Maul, then you will have your opportunity to lead.
Found him.
I agree.
Holy shit. They're willing to kill their own people. The innocent civilians who are fleeing behind the clones. It's not just the clones they're shooting at.
You are both tools for greater powers.
Yes, she's killed a lot less innocents.
Bring you to justice.
Does he want her to become his apprentice and they can topple the Sith? This is her Anakin choice. I love that we're seeing the events of this time period. Like, we know the movies are happening right now, and they're giving us enough little seeds to know roughly where we are in the third one, but we're focusing on like a totally separate story and Ahsoka's journey throughout it, because she wasn't in the movie. So well done. Fucking hell.
He has long been groomed for his role.
Yeah.
As my master's new apprentice.
Ahsoka. Put the pieces together. Who must the master be?
In fact,
I know, Anakin.
Her faith in him breaks my heart.
Vision is flawed.
How much Ahsoka has grown.
You'll find I have many qualities for you to dislike.
She does. Because I love them. Oh. She is still so young. Like, she's what, like 19 at the most here? Fucking hell.
die well, Mandalorian.
Whoa, shocking.
Obi-Wan was right.
Ahsoka. Some of the dread is taken away from the fact that I've seen her alive and well 25 years later.
Come on, get the gunships.
Mm-hmm.
Join me. Or die.
Never.
Oh, you're too... I love her so much.
Let me go.
She is everything a Jedi is supposed to be. And more.
We'll take it from here, Commander.
She did it. With the help of her clones. But she can sense there's some very, very something wrong here. They are doing such a good job of the epicness of this. It's a step above every other episode of the Clone Wars. Oh my god, just her faith in Anakin is utterly heartbreaking. I do think having such advanced knowledge, like knowing he is going to go to the dark side and knowing that, yeah, that it's Palpatine and knowing that Ahsoka survives takes a little bit of the dread and the tension out, but they're doing it so well that it doesn't make it like, yeah, I know, it's boring. You're still on the edge of your seat. And then my brain goes, no, Ahsoka will be fine. You've seen her. They're just, it's so good. I love this idea of running parallel with the movies, but you're not just retelling one of the movies. You are bringing us through the same time period but with other characters. It adds to the scale of the war. It adds to the realism of it all, to the fact that, you know, it is very easy with a big kind of flashy sci-fi action movie to lose sight of the reality of what they're going through and how there is a change in the air and how everyone there can feel that this feels different to normal battles. This feels like the stakes are higher. You know, Anakin's killed Dooku. He's been asked to spy on the Chancellor, and Ahsoka knows, like, well, that's the last thing you should be asking Anakin to do. He's not going to be okay with that. That's going to tip him over to the dark side. And right now, everything he said about, oh, he's going to be my master's new apprentice, he's been being groomed for the role for forever. If Ahsoka, I mean, it's too late by this point, isn't it, to be like, I think it's Palpatine, but, you know, has she twigged? Or was it more that she feels like Maul's truly lost it because she has such faith that Anakin would never, you know, here she was being offered everything. I mean, being offered the deal of becoming the apprentice to a great Sith Lord and to ruling the world or whatever, or being taken seriously and seen as someone who mattered, and she turned it down without hesitation, even when her own death was potentially the other side of it. That is a true good person, that is a true hero, and I love seeing just, she is everything a Jedi is supposed to be. She is brave, she sees the best in people and she fights for that outcome, but she's not completely blind when it isn't true. I'm stressed out what she's going to go through in the next 2 episodes. I'm like trying to like think, like, I know roughly the chronology of what takes place, but I'm like, where are we in that now? Mandalore is safe for now, it would seem, but that won't last long. But yeah, Ahsoka captured Maul. That should be an ending of the episode that leaves you cheering and like crying with happiness, like, we did it, and instead you're like, everything he said is right and true, and I hate life. So yeah, it's going to be a heavy final 2 episodes, I have a feeling. I just, it's so good. I honestly, I feel like I barely talked in this review. Maybe you're like, Troy, shut up. But, oh, just everything about the way Maul was kind of, you know, as he has been, a little, like, just teetering over the edge of insanity. Like, I feel like he's dipped a few of his toes in. But everything he's saying sounds like the ravings of a madman, but we know them to be true. That he has seen Palpatine's true plan for what it is, seen how much of a pawn he was in it. I do believe he would have liked to stop Palpatine just so that he could A, revel in it and be like, see, I was worthy, you should have stuck with me. But also so that he could take his place and get the rightful glory he deserves. Being defeated by Ahsoka and some clones will surely be a little bit of an ego boost, the opposite of an ego boost for him. But I just, that moment when Obi-Wan, you know, talked to Ahsoka and was like, yeah, he's killed Dooku, and the council have asked him to do this thing, and you know, it's like Obi-Wan, we know this, he can see that his best friend, his little brother, is spiraling in a dangerous way, and he does not know how to help him, because A, they're in the middle of the culmination of this huge fight. There is not time to sit down and have a lengthy chat. I mean, there's time for little chats, but there isn't time to properly deal with all of this. There isn't time to say to the council, is this really the right call, or try and argue for something different, or try and explain it to Anakin. Like, there's just no time for anything. The stakes right now are too high to spend sitting and talking. And also, I think he can see Anakin is struggling, but I don't think he would ever think Anakin would go to the lengths he would go to, because none of them know it was Palpatine, and he has been grooming him for this moment for the whole time, and is in the middle of being like, oh yes, your wife will die. I'm stressed, I'm sad. Thank you so much for watching.